My name's Jeremy Huffstickler. I'm a human research test subject forced into transhumanism. And I got little flowers planted in here, and I'm trying to just look to see where my stuff's coming up. And these weaponized communication frequencies carrying in this tinnitus, ringing, Morse code, V2K audio. Um, and this weaponized direct energy crushing my body and making my spinal cord literally shake while my face is being crushed with weaponized communication frequency beating up against my skin, and in that area where your skin's almost being touched, so your brain's like trying to figure out what's fixing to touch you, is being hit while I got frequencies being streamed up into the microchip in me that's stuck up my rectum, that runs to that cluster of nerves, that's stuck against that cluster of nerves that runs to my brain, to all of our brains, and induces or assists with thought. I'm looking at these flowers and I can't even concentrate. My brain ain't even comprehending what I'm looking at the moment because of how this attention span and thought process hindering weaponized communication frequency or thought process manipulation. Direct energy is literally pushing down on parts of my brain to keep me from retaining information on what I'm looking at. I've been talking about being forced into transhumanism for 5.5 years, and how these and for the last 4 years about the children being the heavy metals in the children being magnetized, that they got Havana syndrome, which is also called that inoculation injury that starts with the V, but we can't say it. But that's what Havana syndrome is. How they're being trafficked to the doctor's office to be put on attention deficit disorder medication and whatever else. And if they're further along in this research program, then they're labeled mentally ill or cerebral palsy or autistic or whatever cover-up word. But I was just letting it be known that that's what's being done to me this morning, as far as the Wi-Fi router in the house and these electrical lines outside, and then the fiber optic grid buried beneath my feet. Or the information cloud frequencies are being used to literally make it so that what I'm looking at, I can't see, I can't comprehend in my brain. But the truth be told, I can hop in that van right there, drive down the road, and pull 40 or 60% of these weaponized communication frequencies off, and breaking the force behind this, and my brain speeds up. I can comprehend better, or I could climb a tree and get my feet off the ground, so I'm not fused to the beast system or the fiber optic grid. And my brain's like 96% better, and I can actually almost feel emotion and feel more human than not. But this is what's being done to our children, and called research for the greater good of society, while these corporation owners who are waging total war on humanity are magnetizing the heavy metals in every adult on the planet, getting ready to pull you into the simulation, which means stream Project Bluebeam frequencies on you, while they're human-operated, human-compatible computer software that the Church of Artificial Intelligence worships, and all those computer scientists that are doing wireless brain neuron research and making those inoculations that are supposed to fix our defective immune system are worshiping. And the preachers were just barely wrong. We weren't ever going to get called out into the yard to take the mark of the beast microchips. They just stuck them in us at hospitals, doctors' offices, and dentist offices. And I'm one in millions of people, of adults speaking up right now, but I'm the one speaking up for the children and letting it be known, and law enforcement officers, and letting it be known. These microchips in my body that were put into me at hospitals will 100% prove every word I've said is being done to the children, and how these corporation owners are using the DARPA Slaughterbot program to replace human consciousness, because they've tried to replace my consciousness with it a bunch of times 6 years ago for the first year of being wireless tortured, cyber tortured, to use my body to ambush law enforcement officers, to draw in responding officers, so that the corporate media could portray responding officers as racist, psychotic, tyrannical, undertrained killers, just like they've been doing with every war on police, corporate or media story, and every racist divide push story. They're using this technology to create those false flag violent events.